Welcome, everybody. And it is the holiday season. I'm Lynn Serrano,
I'm Cheryl Eisenhower.
and we'll be right back after this. Welcome back. We're going to set up the stage here. I got my grandbaby back here. Cheryl's got either the possible phone, the door might be ringing, and then we've got the wonderful dog alarms that go off. And so we've got all different kinds of sound effects for you possibly here.
So Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
That's, mine's not family, not like by birth, for lack of a better word, but the puppies are like family. So when you're doing live, you're doing live. You get anything we got.
Yeah, right now my grandson's right behind the screen and the playpen, and he's playing drums. So, we're riding with it, and he might even talk. So I don't know.
Well, the thing about it is most people, if they don't understand, they really don't have the spirit of Christmas right now. That's for sure. But there's extenuating circumstances. I mean, I know my doorbell's going to go off probably before this happens, and my doorbell alarm is laying down here beside me. So, but it's unpreventable unless you can stop the United States Postal Service. We're going to be screwed somewhere during this during this. But honestly, I've got where the little things like that don't bother me anymore.
Yeah, exactly. And then of course things don't ever happen on time or delayed, or you never know. So yeah. And my grandson's trying to make a debut. His voice, he's practicing in the background.
Oh, he's a cutie. I'm not worried about him. You just let him stay.
Yes. So are you ready for the season?
Mentally or physically?
Both, whatever.
No, on both. We're going tonight. We've still got 2 more gifts to get. And we got to get the food, needless to say. Imagine that. The gifts are optional. The food's got to be had.
Oh, is Jerry roasting again? Is he cooking?
We're going to do Boston butts, and we do big meals on Thanksgiving. Sit down. Well, we still sit down at Christmas, but we usually do barbecue. I get stuff for sandwiches, enough stuff they can make a plate, but mainly it's more sandwiches. And if they want to sit in the den in front of the fireplace, have at it. We usually end up around the table, but if you're a little bit late, it's no big deal. If everything's put out, you get there when it's time, you sit down and eat. They kind of stagger in over Christmas because not so much probably as they used to, because the children are a little bit older, but when they were smaller, it's like, don't drag them away from their Christmas. Bring them when you can. So we usually eat a mid-evening meal, 3-4 o'clock. It's not bad.
Good. Don't mind me. I'm going to sneak around here and make sure he's okay.
Yeah, so that's the thing about being a grandmother. You have to do things like that.
He's actually having fun with his little rattle, but he's so quiet. I just get a little nervous.
You're going to jinx it. Hey, enjoy him while he's small. He's not be that little long.
I know, he's so adorable, and I love it.
I think about that this time of year because I look back and remember the kids when they were little. I mean, our daughters are all. We had a group of 3 that were born the same year. That it's really kind of funny. They all had kids. All 3 of the girls had babies the same year.
After they were little, they grew up and had, isn't that funny?
Well, but I remember, I wish I'd have had a camera with me at that time, but they all brought the 3 little ones in and they set them in front of the Christmas tree, not because they meant to, but it was just a place to see it. And here's these 3 little carriers with 3 little babies.
Oh,
there in front of the tree. And the one time you didn't have a camera with you, it was just precious memories there. But now those Little bitty ones are 20 plus.
Oh gosh, and do they have their little ones yet?
No, we don't have
No.
grandkids yet. So
Yeah.
I'm not, would I love to have them for me? Yes. But until they're ready for them, they don't
Yeah.
get as young as we did.
Yeah, and the way things are right now, so expensive. It's
Well,
ridiculous.
I've got two of them that are saying, I love kids, but I'm scared to death to bring them into this world.
It's so expensive. I mean, a dollar don't go far anymore, man. It's just a different time we're in right now. So that's for sure. Hey, that's DB. He's an actor. He's an amazing guy. He knows Glenn Morshower. He actually one of Glenn Morshower's students too. So I'll be interviewing him real soon. And he's got a thriller of a movie coming out in January. So yep. Watch out for that Darian Brown. He goes by DB. So Merry Christmas to you. Thanks for stopping by. Um, so yeah, no, the holidays are soon approaching, and man, when you had a few years of Christmas, it's just, and you go back and look, it's just a blink of an eye. Remember when you were little and Christmas never seemed to come along? Thank you, Darian. It just seemed like Christmas never seemed to come. Hi, Barbara. Thank you for being here.
That's Barbara. She is one of our client's secretaries. And
Oh, well, Merry Christmas.
But yeah, the time flew so fast. For me, it did not. I remember that, you started out by looking in the Sears catalog or the Penny's catalog and picking out what you wanted. And then I was I don't know if my mother was really bad at hiding Christmas presents or I was really good at finding them. But usually I played with them 3 or 4 weeks before Christmas and brought some back
Oh,
up.
so you were one of the kids that would unwrap them?
She
Oh, you didn't wrap them?
waited till late to wrap them because she said they got in the way. So it didn't bother me. Now my daughter unwrapped, but no, she would put them up unwrapped. That's kind of like saying, if you find me, play with me.
Well, for me, unfortunately, being exactly born 2 weeks before Christmas, the Christmas presents came out on my birthday. And so it was always like everybody had so many presents, and then I just happened to pick one. So I guess I was lucky to pick one of my Christmas presents and got it. So, I was like, okay, So yeah, it didn't seem fair, but whatever. That's how because it was like everybody got 3 presents, and I like, okay, pick one, and so I was -1.
My
That did
daughter
they did
was queen of unwrap, so I got where I would wrap bricks. I would wrap
Yeah,
better gift.
my dad, he one year, I'll never forget the year with the Commodore 64. My brothers, he got them really good. He wrapped up an old vacuum cleaner, their old underwears and socks, and left it under a tree and everything, and they wrapped that, and that's all what they thought they got until like the next day he he gave them their present. But yeah, because the kids would unwrap their presents and figure it out. My kids, I would wrap really early too, and then they would unwrap them and rewrap them. I found out later and stuff. So yeah, darn kids, the things they do at Christmas time. So, but we didn't have the elf thing that came along later. I don't know, how would you have felt about the elf on the shelf back then? Would you have played along with that?
Probably not like I would nowadays. To me, it's still kind of weird. But yeah.
It is. It is. It's funny to see the little memes. It's funny to see some of the things that people do with
That's
the memes.
good, but just it is what it is. But yeah, I love Christmas. I do. I didn't put a tree up this year. Okay, I got tired of being the Grinch, so I did
Oh,
put the tree up, and there's still some balls laying there beside it. And somebody said, "What's that for?" I said, "It's for the first remark that says It would have been nice if you had a Christmas ball right here.
I
Go
didn't.
up.
I'm a real Grinch. I mean, I got Christmas sweater on, but guess what? I don't have one Christmas thing up in my space.
Well,
So
mine was in the mine. I bought this really pretty artificial tree years ago. I mean, thick. It's really hard to tell it's not real. And we put it up in the attic 5 or 6 years ago.
and it's been there.
Yeah, I mean, you get to an age, there's a lot of things you'll do, and right at this point, one of them was not getting that tree out of the attic. So we had a couple of guys working over here, and it wasn't so much that it was Christmas.
Uh-huh.
Like, I'm at the age now, if something happens, that I guess I'll just die or something with that Christmas tree up there in 30 years.
So Cheryl, it would be a new it would be the old new antique.
No, we just sent the two guys up there and said, just bring everything down. So there's nothing left up there. Because I'm not climbing up there anymore like I used to. Because
Yeah.
when I say the attic, it's the one over the garage. So it's
Yeah.
12 foot high before you get to the door. It wasn't a smart thing to do. Okay.
Well, and you forget what you put way up there, you know? So has there been anything that you put away that you see now and you're like, oh, I forgot I bought that?
Not so much forgot. As soon as I saw it, it was like, the memories started flooding back on some things.
Yeah.
And Christmas ornaments that the kids had made, or that
Yeah.
some special had given to me, or something like that.
Right.
Wrapped up and put away. The angel that went on top of the tree was probably the most memorable one, because it was just I found the star that I had used the last couple of years before that, but I bought that angel when Lori was a baby.
Oh, yeah. Things
Big,
that you just can't get rid of, or yeah.
and I've never seen another one, so I didn't put it on the tree because I'd already put the other in there. So I set it over on the table. It's just amazing that the little things. And then I had a Christmas carousel, and brought it down. It's just little things like that's why I wanted to talk about the holiday seasons. There's so much during this time of year that brings back memories, that be they good or bad. Okay, memories that you don't think about a lot of times the other years. I mean, we think about the kids being little, but you don't think about them with their Christmas hats on them. You don't think about. I don't know if you've gotten a Christmas card. I got a Christmas card years ago that's still extremely special to me. Probably wouldn't mean a thing to anybody else, but it did to me.
Right.
And so it's just those times that make that good. And it seems like the holiday seasons, a lot of people don't live through the holiday season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. Like you said, it's all the little things that add up to be a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it really does. So
nothing huge, let's put it that way. It's just
what's that?
I found nothing huge, but it was nice to relive a lot of the memories.
Yeah.
I wish everybody here for Christmas just bring back those good memories, and
and make new ones, make new ones and know that brighter times need to come ahead, but they only come ahead if you allow them to be ahead, and that's why I think that people they get stuck and don't look at the bright side of things. You got to always look at the bright side of things.
It seems like a lot of people are depressed this year compared to other years. I don't know if you're noticing it in the area you live in.
Yeah.
I know the economy sucks right now, for lack of a better word.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of things aren't perfect, but look around at what you already have. Look at what you don't have to get, and see what's going on. That's what I want. That's my wish for everybody out there.
Yeah. That's a good wish. I think that's a good note to end on and say, just be grateful for what you do have. And and I think more than anything, we just need to be kind with each other. I mean, if you just know to be a kind person, then you know that's the best thing you can do in any situation. And I've always taught my daughters that it's just always be kind, because that's at the end of the day, you got to live with yourselves and what your actions are, you know.
You
And
have
if you
to live
worry
in your own skin. I mean, nobody else can live where you're at.
Right, right. Yep. And you should always just do the best you can to be the best human you can be. And that's all you can do is control yourself and your own behavior and your own reaction.
Mhm.
So, yep.
I would like to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate. Not everybody
Right.
celebrates Christmas, and that's why I wanted to use the holiday season. Whatever holiday that you're working with,
Acknowledge.
go
Yep.
with it.
Absolutely. Cheryl, I love you so much. And what Cheryl says, I wish you the best of the season, whatever season you're in, just make the best of it. Be kind to one another. No matter what, just be kind to one another. That's what we wish for you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate that very much. And we hope to be here next week, Cheryl. What do you think?
Unless it rains, no.
That's right. All right. All right. Well, as always, Cheryl, I love you very much.
I love you too,
Uh,
and I appreciate everybody for coming in.
yep. Thank you so much. We'll be back next week. You take care too, Barbara. Thank you so much. And we'll see you later. It's a wrap.
You're like a